I want to show you guys one of the coolest cars money could buy back in 1960. This is a Chrysler 300F. A muscle car before the muscle car even had a definition. I mean, take a look at that body. That is Virgil Exner's finest, in my opinion. I mean, that fin, it just goes all the way from the headlight all the way to the back. This was the most powerful car in the world that you could buy, brand new. I'll show you why. Take a look at that. The 413 cross ram. This is the engine that replaced the Hemi in these cars. You know, the first gen Hemi, the 392 to be exact. And you could get this intake setup on all Chrysler models across the board. You know, Plymouth had their own setup, and Dodge, DeSoto did. But this setup really became famous on the Chrysler letter car series. And this is exactly how it appeared. It looks just as exotic today as I'm sure it did back then. And essentially what this is just a tunnel ram that's just been laid over. And you know, as time went on, the cross ram got closer inward. You know, you look at the Hemi setups of the race Hemi setups of 1964, and the cross ram is much more closer to the center. And that's just because of the way that these things tune. The closer they are together, the more effective that setup is at a higher RPM, and the further away, the more effective it is at lower RPM. In a nutshell. But these cars were doing like 170, 180 miles an hour on the beach back in the day. I mean, this is a lot of car to be moving that fast. And this thing is pretty quick. So, but really cool. I'll show you guys the interior, which I also think is just such a great design. You got 4 bucket seats in this thing, and a console that runs throughout the entire length of the car, or interior. Got your tachometer down there, and those are your windows switches. And the infamous Astrodome gauge cluster, which is not backed by lights, it's actually electroluminescent. And I'll see if I can insert a photo of what it looks like, because it is super, super cool at night. Like, I mean, even to this day, still looks futuristic. Push button transmission. There was a few of these that were built with 4 speeds. It was a French 4-speed. So, a really, really cool car. I mean, just gorgeous design. There's the fender tag. That's where they would put them. But very unique. I love that design on the hood too. It's really cool. But yeah, this really was. It was a very, very exclusive high-performance car back in the day. And, you know, I think there was only like 1,270 some of these built. So, not many have survived. I think there's only a couple hundred of these left that are known to exist, at least. So, and this car belongs to a friend of mine. I wish it was mine, but I mean, just what a awesome car. And you know, like I said, you know, with this being the most powerful car in the world that you could buy at the time, I mean, this really was a muscle car, just wrapped up in a really elegant package. All of our favorite Mopar muscle cars that came throughout the 60s and 70s, I mean, they really have the DNA of this car. So, if you love those cars, thank this one. Thank Virgil Exner for one of the coolest designs of all time. And thank Bob Roger, who was the engineer behind this program. And he went on to, he was a part of like the Superbird and Daytona program and a lot of the other race programs. See if I can get a good shot of it. Got too much stuff in the garage, but anyway, I'll probably make some more content on this car as time goes on, but I had to show it off. I could talk about this car for an hour straight of all the little things, but I'll try to keep it as brief as I can. Anyway, y'all take care. I'll catch you in the next one.